Guys, to a hardcore episode. We are back in the lovely hardcore world, and we are still working on the docks. As you guys know, in the last episodes we have started this. It is our main dock entrance where you go up and you're basically then taken off to the new land. We have some cool things. We have the new piggy over there. They should have updated the ship, I will say that. And we have the new cow over here. There's of course more cows, but look how cute he is. He's now food. So we've also been working on the water bit. It's not gone to the best. I will say I'm not the best at water type stuff, so it hasn't gone that well. There's some wood in the water which needs to be removed. Basically this water bit drops and I've filled in this and I just can't get it to work, so may scrap this plan, may not, you never know. One day I might become really good at this, so we'll go from there. But goal of today, of course, continue to build the docks, improve them constantly, and upgrade as much as we can in the short amount of time we have today. Let's get it all done. Hopefully we can get this wall completely done where it's all like this. But that is, of course, hoping that we have the resources, because technically right now we only have 7 stone, which isn't good. Well, cobblestone. So we're definitely going to have to go on an adventure to go dig some. I've been going over there really to dig up some cobblestone just so it's easier. But we shall head over there and go dig in. Guys, to a hardcore episode. We are back in the lovely hardcore world, and we are still working on the docks. As you guys know, in the last episodes we have started this. It is our main dock entrance where you go up and you're basically then taken off to the new land. We have some cool things. We have the new piggy over there. They should have updated the ship, I will say that. And we have the new cow over here. There's of course more cows, but look how cute he is. He's now food. So we've also been working on the water bit. It's not gone to the best. I will say I'm not the best at water type stuff, so it hasn't gone that well. There's some wood in the water which needs to be removed. Basically this water bit drops and I've filled in this and I just can't get it to work, so may scrap this plan, may not, you never know. One day I might become really good at this, so we'll go from there. But goal of today, of course, continue to build the docks, improve them constantly, and upgrade as much as we can in the short amount of time we have today. Let's get it all done. Hopefully we can get this wall completely done where it's all like this. But that is, of course, hoping that we have the resources, because technically right now we only have 7 stone, which isn't good. Well, cobblestone. So we're definitely going to have to go on an adventure to go dig some. I've been going over there really to dig up some cobblestone just so it's easier. But we shall head over there and go dig in some cobblestone, and now we are just waiting for them to cook. It is strange that I have normal cows and then I had that like random fancy cow and then a little horsey. This world is weird. I will never truly understand the hardcore world. But so far we're doing good. We've survived 48 days so far without a death, which is good. We've had some close calls, definitely. Without a doubt, we've had some close calls. There's times where I've gone, how have we survived? If you guys remember, there was a time where we blew up and we had 1 health, which was crazy. Didn't even consider that as a situation that we can find ourselves in. So we're going to make some more stone bricks. Got 22 of them. And basically we're going to continue this pattern over here. Look, we have here. Going all across, and it should be nice and simple basically. So all we have to do is come here. And there's a gap, isn't there? Yeah, there's a gap that goes up, and then on the main pillars it's goes up like that, I think. Yeah, and then it goes da da da. So it'll be normal block next, and then so gap, then this, then gap, then this, and that. Perfect. And then on those you actually have a pattern. But I'm gonna get all this done. I'll see you in a second. So we've added the pillars to them. We just got to, of course, add in between and then decorate this section, which will then cover up most of the spaces. But we also will have to start planning how this is gonna be, which I don't think I've realised that in retrospect, is that once it comes up here, this isn't just going to come straight down. I want this to actually become like a city. If I use these blocks so it comes this way, you're going to have a layer of like earth or material where paths are going to go. So I really got to think of like where the paths are going to go, where the location itself is going to go, and that's just one part of like the building process for me that I have to analyze and come up with. So you always got to make sure you know where everything is going to go. But the problem with hardcore, I can't like suddenly go, oh, you know what, I'll start putting down some items and deciding this is the location we're going, so on and so forth, due to the fact just in case we die. I don't want to be like planning a whole world and then suddenly die in Minecraft. That would not be fun. But so we're just waiting on more stone to be cooked, which is what it's doing. We're basically then going to use that to make stone bricks, which we technically can just make stone slabs, and that should give us enough for the future jobs that we have. So in this bit here, not wrong bit, in there and there, eventually there, 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 there. It's nice and even then. It comes all the way across. Then of course you're going to have those bits and then the pillar on top, which won't take too long to do. It is of course the decorations on the back, which is going to take a little bit longer. We don't need too many of them, so probably going to make like 20, and then the rest can be used up for other stuff while we wait, because we still have to do this bit. And you basically just have to jump in between land and do the same here. Really? Okay, I think that's coming across really well. It's looking good with like the thing, different styles, and then this of course will be going up with the dark, was it the polished tuff. So the polished tuff will basically go in between like last time, just to give that like slight change of like color. But yeah, it's looking really well so far. This is a slower process. I just don't have the time to get it all done in one episode, because that would take a couple of hours. I don't have that. Well, actually, it would take longer than that, because we have to then get the bricks, build up the design somewhat, and get them all placed while doing it to this side as well, and then planning this. So what I might do is do like zigzag paths, because like I said, this is going to be the posher bit. This is the posh bit, this bit is not the posh bit, and then docks itself is going to go down there, and then this one of course is going to have that water bit coming over where the water just comes through. So you somewhat have to pre-plan, and then of course that water is going to come through here out to there, nice and simple, and everything's going to look really good at the end of it. So I'm just going to keep on building, hopefully get some of this done. We just got to get some more of the bricks and then finish the design. So guys, this is the complete design. I do think it might need something else. I'm going to try something. I've not done this before. Let's quickly defeat this. Perfect. I'm going to try and use... I was going to use planks. Not planks. What do you call them? My brain is just frazzled. Stone buttons. Let's try something. Let's not do that actually. On there, let's do that on there. Does that add anything maybe? Let's see what it will look like. There, maybe? Okay, with that design, I kept all of them there. Okie dokie. So maybe with all of them being chiseled, also probably help. So let's quickly change those to chiseled, and then we'll see from there really if that's what I think is beneficial. Because you always can adapt stuff in Minecraft. There you go. Oh. It's probably because I was following a pattern. Perfect. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. If you only did it on these as well, it just adds a little bit more colour, I'd say. You're not going to go crazy with the buttons and like overly button the whole wall up, but you want it to be somewhat noticeable and not just a stone monument, really. Because like it has that orangey pop, and then with the background of the dark colour here, you can really see that coming through. So let's keep adding some jungle buttons, see what it looks like once we're done. So put that one there, nice and simple. Yeah, that does look cool. Comment down below what you guys think. If you don't think it's cool, we could probably just adapt it and change it. Because I want them to be like buffers, basically, to the water. Because you got to think, like, if this is a docking area, water is going to come up here, so you want this all to be protected somewhat. It's not like what other items could we add? Because we do have like a range. Yeah, could if we had some dark. You know what I mean, like dark planks. Get away with some really cool trapdoors. But we don't. So let me see the trapdoor ability. So my trapdoors is acacia and oak at the moment. I wonder what they even would look like on that. I'm just doing this out of pure theory now, not like actual work. Nah, it looks so weird. Just with the cross section of the actual jungle thing. I think if we were able to get dark oak, the buttons will also change to dark oak. I think it would just make it look a little bit more darker. But I'm not sure where like a dark oak forest is right now. Of course I know that in my other world, but in the hardcore world it's a little bit harder. All we have to do now is replicate that onto here, and then replicate that on there, and basically create enough thickness so that it looks and is perceived as a dock. So I'm hoping by like the next episode this will be done. I'll do it probably off episode, but you never know, guys, you never know. So guys, I thought I'd quickly show you what I've been working on. It's just basically the layout of how I'm looking at this area in my head. So of course you have this going across to there, like I said. This is the poor section, basically little huts and stuff. Same as stuff over there. But the plan is to have this going up. This whole chunk area here is where you will have the dock, like more merchants, maybe a couple shops, and loads of stuff coming in, the guards. So when you first come in, you go up here. So you've docked your boat and you're on you pay to like the guardsman who's here, and then here's like a door where you can go and like sell your fish and stuff over there in like this dock area, which will then loop round into create like a nice little large area. And then if you want to go into the city, you go up here, and then this will take you into the city, which will then allow you to fully explore the great city. But just this will have like a tower, which will basically start from here. It will just be like this. It will just cover the whole stairs and make it look bigger. So then there's like a secondary towers that are maybe hanging over these. So from afar it looks more pronounced and more like over the top, shall we say, because I want this city to be like, this is the grandest city ever, you must come, and all this. And then basically it will then be split off into its sections, where some may be higher, some may not be, and it just really matters on the ultimate design, guys. But that is all I have time for today. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you have, guys, don't forget to subscribe and check out my latest video, which is linked in the description. I also hear that some of you guys aren't subscribed, so subscribe or the panda over there gets it. Okay? I'm looking at you guys. My little blue eyes. I will see you next time, guys. Have a wonderful day.